This video is part 4 of a series on 360 feedback for leaders. By now, you'll have read the feedback. You'll have paused, you'll have reflected. Way to go. The next question becomes, what do you actually do with it? Because feedback only matters if it changes how you lead. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. They read the report, they think about it, but nothing really changes. So here are 5 ways you can turn 360 feedback into real leadership development. Number 1, focus on one thing that matters. A 360 report usually contains a lot of information, like 25 plus pages. Strengths, development areas, various perspectives. Many leaders try to improve everything at once, and that almost never works. Instead, choose one theme in the feedback that would make the biggest difference in how you show up and in the impact you create. Leadership growth works best when you focus on one thing at a time. 2, translate the feedback into action. Most feedback shows up as big leadership themes like communication, execution, accountability, team development, you name it. But those aren't actually behaviors, right? Those are leadership capabilities. And capabilities, they don't change overnight. Behavior or skill development, that can. For example, someone might receive feedback about accountability, but the issue really isn't the word accountability. It might be expectations aren't clearly stated, or follow through doesn't always happen, or maybe commitments aren't closed out. Those are behaviors, and those behaviors are what people experience, and they're actionable. So when you're translating the feedback into action, the goal isn't to fix the headline. The goal is to find the behavior underneath it. 3, replace the behavior. Do not just remove it. Many leaders try to stop doing something. I did too. Stop interrupting, stop pushing ideas too quickly. But behavior change works much better when you replace a habit instead of removing it. For example, instead of focusing on not interrupting, you might pause before responding and summarize what you heard. And instead of jumping into solutions too quickly, you might ask 1 or 2 questions before offering your perspective. You're not just removing a habit, you're installing a better one. 4, tell people what you're working on. This part surprises a lot of people, but sharing what you're working on actually builds trust. You might say something like, I received feedback that I sometimes move conversations a little too quickly. I'm working on slowing down and making sure everyone feels heard. When people see you actively working on feedback, it changes the whole dynamic. They see growth, they see effort, and it builds momentum. Last, and number 5 is track your progress. Leadership change doesn't happen in one moment. It happens through repeating the behavior over time. So notice when you pause instead of reacting. Notice when you follow through on something you committed to. Give yourself some acknowledgement. Those small shifts are what actually change your impact. And that's the real goal of a 360. It's not the report, but the behavior change that follows it. This is also where structure helps. So when I work with leaders after a 360, we build a simple action plan around 1, 2, maybe 3 development areas. We clarify the behavior that they want to change. We identify what the new behavior looks like in real situations, and we track it over time. The goal isn't to overhaul everything, it's to create consistent leadership habits, integrate them into your daily leadership moments, and improve team performance, trust, and engagement. So in the next video, we'll close out this series by talking about 4 common mistakes leaders make with 360 feedback and why people accidentally misuse the process. Because this data itself isn't the problem. It's how people interpret and apply it. And when used well, it can be a very powerful development tool. So if you're preparing for a 360 or thinking about using one for your team, please feel free to reach out. I love to help people work on action plans and sifting through this data. And if this series has been useful for you, please do subscribe for more leadership insights just like this.